Joining me now on Your Sport Swindon is Abraham Day from Swindon Storm American football team. Abraham, you're part of a section within the club now that's starting up a 5v5 flag team during the summer. Tell us a little bit more about what's going on.
So essentially we're expanding the Swindon Storm team with a new 5v5 flag team. And what this is for is for new players to come into the game that maybe either can't play contact or don't want to play contact, or even just want to play flag American football. And what that is essentially is like I say, it's a 5v5, a smaller version of the contact game with the contact element taken out of it. So essentially, instead of a tackle, it'll be a flag pull that's worn around the waist. And the sort of people we're aiming at is anyone that's sort of comes within the adult bracket of over 18, no maximum age limit, to come down and just give it a go on one of our taster sessions, and with the long-term effort of putting a team into the league, hopefully next season, if not then sometime in the near future.
And the game itself, very, very similar to the full contact game, but you were telling me earlier that it's a much quicker version of it as well, so it's quite exciting.
Well, yeah, essentially because you've taken the blocking out, you've taken the tackling out, and you've got less people on the field. You've sort of got more room, so it's a bit like when you have a smaller soccer game, if you like. You find it's a bit of a faster game. There's a bit more flair, and it's the same with 5v5 flag, because you've taken that contact element out. There's more sort of leeway for speed to play a part, and like I say, flair. It's a bit of a better looking sport, a bit easier on the eyes than the contact sport itself.
And you've got a couple of taster sessions coming up, and once you've got the required amount of players that you need, you've got a few friendlies that are going to be booked in as well. So you're just appealing to people in Swindon that might have an interest in this to come forward. So tell us when the taster sessions are, and a little bit more about the friendlies you got lined up.
Yeah, so our first taster session is on the 3rd of September, which is a Saturday, and that is from 10 to 12 o'clock. Again, that's completely free. Anyone can come down, again within the adult bracket, that's male and female, for 2 hours with our coaches. They'll teach you sport basics, and then at the end we'll have a little bit of a friendly game as well. And then we've got another taster session on the 17th of September if you can't make that one, and that is again the same, 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock on a Saturday, completely free, anyone welcome. And with the friendlies, so we've got four different friendlies planned with local teams within the near future. That's time dependent on how long it takes us to put a decent sized squad together of at least 10 players. 2 teams have agreed to sort of joint practices and friendlies with us, so that's Solent Thrashers and Cardiff Hurricanes have both agreed to have a joint training session and then followed by a friendly with ourselves. So we've got a lot of support from the local teams as well as from our own team. And like I say, they will be planned as soon as we've got a decent sized squad together. As soon as we finish the taster sessions, done a little bit of training, and then we'll put together the friendlies, we'll put a date to it, and we'll move forward from there.
And up and down the country, how popular is 5v5 flag?
Yeah, it's actually very popular, and there's a lot of people already that have shown a good amount of interest in the flag team. People within the contact team as well that have said that they want to play, that they actually want to play flag. I think a lot of people won't know what it is though. A lot of people have heard of the contact sport but maybe not know the flag. So even if it's just to come down, try it out and see what it's about, then by all means do so. There's no obligation, completely free. Just get down and give it a go. And
presumably it's very good fitness as well.
It's very good for fitness, yeah, and it's open to people of all sizes, shapes and heights. It would be good to keep you fit and get you fit, so even if it's just for a bit of fitness but something a bit more enjoyable than a run, then by all means come down and like I say, join in.
And if you do manage to get a team together and get them into a league next season, I believe the league will kind of run alongside the contact league as well, so it is kind of separate to the contact sport.
Yeah, so the league will run at the same time. It is a separate element to the contact sport. The good thing about us is we're still going to be affiliated with Swindon Storm contact team, so all the support will come from the sort of same core team. So we're not sort of on our own, if you like, but it is a separate element to the contact sport.
And onto your season last season with Storm, the contact side. Didn't quite all work out according to plan, but the season's over now. I guess it's a case of regrouping for next season. But how did you feel the season went overall?
Overall, I think it was a successful season. We learned a lot as a team. The core of the team is stronger now than it was, let's say, a year ago. And moving forward, there's a lot of bright things for us in the future, and with another good recruitment drive, and hopefully the flag team will help that as well. Then yeah, it's a bright future, I believe, for Swindon Storm.
Have you found over the years that the American football, the sport in this country, because it is very much an American sport, is it gaining popularity, season by season?
Yeah, massively. Everyone that I speak to when I explain the sport to them are quite surprised by how big it is. There's a lot of teams in the UK at the minute, and there's more and more being developed. And with obviously the NFL playing 3 games over a season at the moment, and with the scope of making that 4, it's only gaining more and more popularity. It's definitely moving forward. It's a slow moving progress because of the amount of commitment the sport does require, but yeah, it's definitely growing.
And back to the 5v5 flag, what do people need to do, to get involved? Who should they contact? And what times do the taster sessions get underway?
So for contact, it's even myself, but the easiest way I'd say to contact is just to go through the Swindon Storm Facebook site or website and give us an email or a message, or even a comment, and just mention that obviously you're interested in it. We'll send you the links to the events, and if you're interested in getting involved with the contact team, then I myself can contact you and obviously give you the details. For the timings for the taster sessions, all on Saturdays, and it'll be 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Obviously the first one being on the 3rd, the second on the 17th, and then we do scope to plan some more in October and potentially November as well. Also in November there will be a recruitment day for the Swindon Storm as a whole, and we plan to do another taster session on the same day, hopefully at Supermarine.
Well, Abraham, thanks for joining us, and best of luck with your drive to get the 5v5 off the ground, and let's hope it's successful. Thank you very much. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.